Everyone said marry your best friend, so I did. 3 years later, I was standing in his wedding party, but not as his bride. Lorenzo and I met when we were 12. He moved in next door, and we spent that whole summer building a treehouse that collapsed twice before we got it right. After that, we were inseparable. High school, college, everything. We went to the same community college because neither of us wanted to leave home. While everyone else was going to parties and dating around, Lorenzo and I were at the diner at 2 in the morning sharing fries and complaining about homework. One night during sophomore year, we both failed a chemistry test. We were sitting in our usual booth, and he looked at me over his coffee and said, "You know what? We should just get married." I laughed, but he wasn't joking. He said, "Think about it. We already know everything about each other. We never fight. We like the same movies. We finish each other's sentences. Why waste time looking for something we already have?" It made sense. It really did. We graduated. We moved in together. We got married at the courthouse with our moms crying in the front row. His mom kept saying she always knew we would end up together. My dad said it was about time. For the first year, everything was fine. We had our routines. He made coffee while I packed lunches. We watched TV every night after work. We split everything down the middle and never argued about money. We were the couple everyone pointed to as proof that friendship was the foundation of love. But slowly, things started feeling strange. When we kissed, it felt wrong. Not bad exactly, just wrong, like hugging your brother for too long. When he tried to be romantic, my whole body tensed up. I started staying late at work just to avoid coming home. Not because I was unhappy. I just didn't know what to do with myself around him anymore. On our first anniversary, he planned this whole dinner at home. Candles everywhere. Music playing. He tried to slow dance with me in our tiny kitchen. He was spinning me around, and I caught our reflection in the window. We looked like two kids playing house. I pulled away and told him I needed air. I walked around the neighborhood for 2 hours trying to figure out what was wrong with me. When I came back, he was sitting on the couch waiting. He looked tired. He looked sad. He looked like he already knew. "This isn't working, is it?" He said it so quietly I almost didn't hear him. I sat down next to him. "We're amazing friends, Lorenzo, but I think that's all we are." He nodded slowly and spoke. "I keep waiting to feel something more, like what everyone else describes. But when I look at you, I just see my best friend, not my wife." I started crying. Not because my heart was broken, because I was so relieved someone finally said it out loud. We filed for divorce 2 months later. Telling our families was the worst part. His mom cried for hours. My dad kept asking if we tried counseling, like talking to someone would magically make us want to kiss each other. But Lorenzo and I were fine. We went back to being what we always were, best friends who knew way too much about each other. 6 months after the divorce, he started dating Bella from his office. He called me nervous and asked, "Do you think this is weird?" "No," I said, and I meant it. "I'm happy for you." We met up for coffee to catch up a few days later, and he seemed different, lighter somehow, more like himself than he had been the whole time we were married. Bella came to pick him up and he introduced us. "This is my ex-wife," he said. I watched her face go through about 10 different expressions. Then she smiled and said, "Oh, you're the one he's always talking about. He says you're like the sister he never had." I laughed so hard I almost knocked over my cup. "That's exactly the problem," I said. "We were trying to be married when we should have just stayed siblings." She looked confused until Lorenzo explained everything. Then she started laughing too. "So you got divorced because you were too close," she said. "Pretty much," I told her. Now 3 years later, Lorenzo and Bella are engaged. I'm standing in the wedding party, not as his bride, as his best friend, the one who knows he's terrified of spiders, the one who remembers he failed chemistry twice. At the rehearsal dinner, Bella's sister came up to me. "Do you feel awkward, being at your ex-husband's wedding?" I said no. Lorenzo was never really my husband. He was always just my best friend. Update. It's been 2 years since then. I'm still single, and sometimes I wonder if we made the right decision. But he and Bella are happy, so I have no choice but to accept it.